Oh, hey! I didn't notice you huddled in a corner of my living room. I was just stoking the fire. Well, since you're here, I'll share some of my vast, intimate knowledge. As you may already know, I get asked many questions about a wide variety of things. What is the meaning of life? How can I get over my ex-girlfriend? But mostly about dumb bullshit that doesn't amount to anything. This show encompasses all of these kinds of questions. Here on Wolfie's Wise Words of Wisdom, we frequently get letters from some of our most passionate viewers. Our first letter is from Dog. Dog asks, "Why did you join the 63E?" Well, Dog, I joined the 63E because when I started out in Napoleonic Wars, I wanted to find an organized regiment of skilled players who care about their members. I wanted to find a dedicated NCO staff and a respectful corps of officers and the best leader NW could offer. And that could be found in the 63E. And what I found in the 63E was one of the greatest communities, some of the smartest people I have ever met. Krasinov asks, "Why aren't you a corporal yet?" Well, Krasinov, that is an interesting question I don't have an answer to, because apparently all of the NCOs are idiots, and they elect GDMs who haven't even been in for a quarter of a year, while I myself have been in for about a year and a half now, but apparently people who have about a third of my experience are more qualified to be corporals, and not someone who's been in a year and a half, almost 2 years, and knows every single name of every single NCO, not people who don't even know how to train cadets. Next question. Mr. Crow asks, "Should we have general elections for every position of power?" Now, Crow, I'm assuming by every position of power, you're talking about NCOs and leaders of companies. The problem is, half the people in companies are brain dead, and they don't know what they want. We need people who are oppressive and will put in their own ideals, with no regard for people in the companies, because that's how a successful country runs, right? Next question. Our good friend Bichu asks, "Can I become Sue Colonel?" Of course you can, Bichu. You're more qualified than any of the officers who have been here half of your time. Our good friend Craig asks, "Should Karth be Colonel of the regiment? And if so, who should replace him?" Karth should not be Colonel of the regiment. Karth should be Emperor of all regiments in the Napoleonic Wars community, because Karth is a god. And as for the question of who should replace him, I think we all know it should be our good friend Bichu. Those are all the letters we have on this first episode of Wolfie's Wise Words of Wisdom. Well, that was an enlightening episode, wouldn't you say? If you were intrigued by the amount of visceral knowledge in my brain, you can post your own pointless question I will sarcastically answer in the comments section below. And who knows, you may be the next recipient of Wolfie's Wise Words of Wisdom. And remember, you can catch flies with honey, but you catch more honeys being flied. Good night.